This is going to be a big summer for Liverpool. Bigger, perhaps, than any stretch of off-season at Anfield since Phil Coutinho was sold to Barcelona for an exorbitant fee and Alisson and Virgil van Dijk were brought in as replacements. Remove ads. FSG have a bit of a reputation for being frugal in the transfer market, but Liverpool are hardly averse to strengthening and know that they have chinks to cover if they are to successfully defend their Premier League title next season, challenge for the Champions League too. But with Trent Alexander-Arnold off to Real Madrid, Andy Robertson declining, Darwin Núñez set to be sold after a disappointing 3 terms, Ibrahima Konate's contract situation uncertain, and Ryan Gravenberch lacking competition at number 6, it's understandable that Arne Slot should demand investment. That exhausting list isn't actually exhaustive, though. Liverpool are always attentive to opportunities, and what's bigger than Florian Wirtz's desire to leave Bayer Leverkusen in search of a new challenge? Liverpool's pursuit of Florian Wirtz. Former Leverkusen star Patrick Helms remarked at the start of the season that Wirtz is probably the best midfielder in the world. He may well be right. Wirtz, certainly, is one of the most exciting and entertaining playmakers in the business, having played an instrumental role in Xabi Alonso's invincible domestic double last year and now finishing the current campaign with 31 goal involvements to his name. Though he typically operates from a number 10 berth, the Germany international is proven across a whole range of attacking positions, with his seasonal Bundesliga heat map, sourced via SofaScore, denoting a left-leaning preference. While Bayern Munich have the lead in the race for the attacking midfielder, Liverpool and Manchester City are both hot on his trail, as per The Athletic. Who knows where he'll end up, but given Die Workself are looking to claim some £101 million for his sale, Liverpool have lined up alternatives. Liverpool will lose Alexander-Arnold this summer, and, yes, it would be a shock if he didn't sign for Real Madrid. However, Rodrigo may travel in the opposite direction, having been left disgruntled by his role at Los Blancos this year. According to Football Insider, Liverpool are plotting to make their move for the Brazilian forward, who would cost FSG something in the region of £85 million. Arsenal are also named as suitors, but it's said that Mikel Arteta's side are deterred by Real Madrid's financial demands, thus leaving the door open for Liverpool to make their move, as the Gunners, not wanting to pay the fee, could give them an advantage in the race to sign him. Scout Mick Brown is quoted as saying that the Reds are not happy with their current forward options and that they could make a move for the Brazilian if he becomes available this summer. Why Rodrigo would be perfect for Liverpool? Only a few months ago, in March, Jude Bellingham claimed Rodrigo is the most gifted player in the squad. There's been something selfless about the versatile winger's time at the Santiago Bernabeu, for he has never quite reached the reputation of his frontal peers, yet has been one of the most important players under Carlo Ancelotti's wing. Across 267 appearances for Real, Rodrigo has notched 118 goal contributions, a very good return when considering he arrived at the club an 18-year-old in 2019, leaving his Brazilian homeland, leaving Santos. Remove ads. It might not have been the best of seasons for the South American, but he's still showcased his skills wonderfully. As per SofaScore, the £202,000 per week talent has still hit 6 goals and 5 assists from just 22 La Liga starts, averaging 1.6 dribbles and key passes per game, while winning 56% of his ground duels. Real Madrid rarely sell players they don't want to, but Rodrigo's situation is a little more complex, with Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. both nailed down in their left and central berths. Liverpool's target has been ferried off to the right, where he's at his most ineffective. Despite Rodrigo's frustrations this season, deployed in his favored left-sided position only 12 times, though scoring 6 goals and supplying 6 assists. He has played 50 games and still stands firm against Wirtz. He's even been described as a magician by Statman Dave. In balmier conditions, angled toward breeding positivity for the Weidman, there's no telling how far he could climb. Slot has something of a knack for getting the best out of bothered stars, and Rodrigo could be next, having been praised for being a more mature player than compatriot Vini by former Brazil boss Tite. A man for the big moments. You'd be surprised if Rodrigo didn't have a say in Liverpool's efforts on the continental front going forward, should Slot win the race for his services. It's not just his clutch moments, though, with an underlying surety in his actions illustrating his world-class quality. As per FBref, the 24-year-old ranks among the top 2% of attacking midfielders and wingers across Europe's top 5 leagues over the past year for pass completion and for carries into the final third, and the top 12% for passes attempted. Rodrigo is fleet-footed, but he's also inventive and crisp on the ball. Eager to get on it, his vicious blend of deadliness and dynamism suggests he would be a tailor-made addition to Slot's project, especially if the Dutch coach is willing to unleash him from the left flank, as the player wishes but rarely receives in the Spanish capital. Ultimately, either Rodrigo or Wirtz would have a significant impact on a flourishing Liverpool side. Wirtz might feel like the most favorable pick, but the pound 85M rated star's stunning career has merely lulled this year, and if Slot were to pick him back up from Madrid wayside, he might just take his team to the next level.